What's up, loves? Welcome back to my channel. It is Anam again, and if it's your first time, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button down below and get to know me even more. But yes, if you're wondering, Anam, you have the same hairstyle, you're wearing the same earrings and makeup from last week. That's because I filmed 2 videos in one day, so don't at me. But I did change my jacket because I wanted something to be different. In my room, you can't see all of it yet. I did get the new dresser, but it's still being done. It's taking a lot longer than I thought, but I was like, I need a place to film. Like, I need to get my videos out. So yeah, if you find me in like different places, in the meantime, we are still renovating the house. If you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, we've been renovating for the past like 7 months, or it feels like a year, but it's been so good and it's been so nice, and I can't wait for you all to see it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is one of my favorite videos that I do like every year when it comes to my channel. I did it last year and I was like, I gotta do it again. And since it is the month of November, since it is the month where Thanksgiving happens, I am going to be talking about gratefulness and kind of like what gratefulness means to me. And with, you know, all things aside, this year has been tough. To say the least. It's been just so difficult with, you know, the pandemic and just so many things that are going on in our society when it comes to social injustice, when it comes to like politics. Like, I don't think I've ever like lived in a year where it's just felt so, what's the word, like very divisive. And I know there is just so much going on and there's so many emotions. People are trying to figure out like who they are. People are trying to figure out like where they stand like mentally and emotionally and psychologically, and it can be a lot to take in. And one of the things throughout this like just whole year that has just kept me grounded and has just kept me sane is gratefulness at the end of the day, and ultimately that leading to Jesus as well, and just being grateful for what Jesus has given me. And you know, things might not go the way you planned, things might not go the way you wanted them to, but honestly, like, I wouldn't trade anything in my life. Like, I'm so grateful for what God has given me. Like, although, like, yeah, circumstances are permitting us to not see people or gather, and we want that, like, human relation. Like, I get it. Like, we're not meant to do life alone. I cannot do life alone. Like, this year has been challenging enough with being single as well. The isolation and the loneliness is real. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that, you know, I have a bed to sleep on. I'm grateful that I have 2 loving parents. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for like a roof over my head, like the smallest things. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can breathe. Like, I'm grateful for the breath in my lungs. I'm grateful for like a car, a job, and honestly, it's like the smallest things that I'm grateful for. And when I tell myself that every single day, it just helps keep me grounded and, you know, helps me look at the more important things in life. And, you know, things are gonna come and go, like friends are gonna come and go, and, you know, seasons of life are gonna come and go. I really hope this season is going, but at the end, like, I want to have a heart of gratitude, and I just feel so much more at peace and so much more kind of like sane, and I can take on the next day knowing that, hey, you know what, God has given me so much, and I never want to take that for granted, and I never want to lose sight of that. And I think that's just so important, especially in this, you know, holiday season that's coming up, with Thanksgiving around the corner and Christmas around the corner as well, which is the best time of year. Just to not lose sight of the things that you have in your life, and things that God has given you, whether that's, you know, a job, a car, a house, family and friends, like even someone that you can just like look up to in your time of need. Like, I'm just forever grateful, and I could literally talk on and on and on about it, but I just wanted to share a verse from a dear friend of mine. He gave it to me, and I was like, it doesn't really have to do with gratefulness, but I think it can tie into gratefulness, and I'm going to be reading it out of the Passion Translation. It is from Ephesians 3:17. I have it pulled up on my phone. It says, "Then, by constantly using your faith, the life of Christ will be released deep inside you, and the resting place of his love will become the very source and root of your life." And it just like, that verse just reminds me, like, when I'm constantly practicing my faith every single day, and for me, that's even just being grateful, like, in everything that I do. Like, I always just, put it back on God. Like, I'm so grateful that you have given me this. Like, there is going to be a deep resting place in his love when I do that, and that's going to be like the root of my life. And I want to be able to do life in a place of rest, which that can be counterintuitive, but I want to do life in a place of rest, and I want to, be that person sometimes, even for someone maybe who might be going through something, that like place of rest of like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not alone, like, I can do this, like, you went through this and I'm gonna get through this. And so I hope that makes sense. It's making sense to me, so I'm hoping you're catching my drift, but I will post this verse down below for you if you want to read it as well. I just felt like this verse and gratefulness tied in together with, with constantly using my faith and, just being grateful every single day and, pointing that back to Jesus. And so that is just what's kept me sane and just so grateful in this season. So I really hope and pray for you every single day, and I'm praying that this holiday season isn't a hard one, but it's one that you will be able to remember and look back on and just, be grateful for, being at home, being with family in the most interesting year of our lives. So I absolutely love you so much, and I really, really hope that all of you have the happiest Thanksgiving and eat so much food, because that's what I'll be doing. I will be wearing, a nice outfit in the beginning to take pictures of and then post it on the gram, and then immediately change into some leggings because your girl loves to eat. Like, give me the mashed potatoes. I might just make myself a batch of mashed potatoes. So it'll be so fun, and I cannot wait for next week. Really hope you have the best Thanksgiving.